Imagine a universe so huge. It holds billions of galaxies, yet it's perfectly organized, like a giant blueprint designed by a super smart mind. What if everything in the cosmos has a purpose? Hi, I'm Alan from the Grove Cat. In today's episode 3, we're exploring the Urantia book incredible picture of the universe's structure. So get ready to zoom out and see the big picture of this grand universe. Have you ever looked at the stars and wondered how it all fits together? The Urantia book, especially in part 1, they describe the universe as a massive organized system guided by divine intelligence. It's not just a bunch of random planets and stars. It's actually like a giant, well-planned city with neighborhoods, leaders, and a purpose. Today we'll learn about the grand universe and the amazing being who runs it, and why it all set up this way. So let's dive into the cosmic adventure. Okay, so let's start with the big idea here, the grand universe. Okay, we're talking about big, we're talking about big. So the grand universe. So according to Urantia book, chapter 15, the universe is split into 7 different sections. That is called the super universe. So there's 7 of them all around. So each of them has billions of stars, planets, galaxies, all circling around a central spot called paradise. Now, paradise is like the heart of the whole super universes, and it's a perfect divine place where God, the universal Father, like this they talk about it in the book, so where the universal Father lives. These 7 super universe orbit around, so they do orbit around paradise, like a little bit like planets orbit around the sun. So it's basically the same idea, but of course on a way bigger scale than that. So each super universe has its own unique vibe and purpose, but they all work together to make one giant organized grand universe. So it's like a cosmic puzzle, if you want, where each pieces fits perfectly. Now, who keeps this massive universe running? Well, the Urantia book says there are all kinds of celestial beings, like cosmic managers, if you want, who helps everything stay in order. So here's a couple of important ones, and I'll just follow my notes here because memory is not what it used to be, for sure. So the creator sun. So these are like super powerful leaders who create and manage the entire sections of the universe. Think of them like architects who design and build the whole world. Then you have the Ancients of Days. These are wise ancient beings who act like judges or governors, if you want, of each super universe. So making sure that everything runs smoothly. Alright, so in a part of that, so aside from that, well, there's other beings that are like angels and helpers. They all work together like a giant team And the analogy I find that works best with this, it's just like a school with teachers, principal, counselors, but for the whole universe. So, why is the universe set up this way? Well, the Urantia book says that it's like a giant training ground for spiritual growth. Each planet, stars, and person is part of the plan to help and evolve and to get closer to God. That's basically how it's built in this way to do that. So the universe isn't just a random place. It's a school where we learn and we learn to get wiser, kinder, and more connected to the universal Father. Each super universe is like a different classroom teaching unique lessons. So over time, we grow spiritually and we're moving closer to paradise. So where we can understand God, love, and purpose even better. So it's like leveling up in a game if you want, but the goal is to become a better version of yourself. So this idea of an organized universe might remind you of certain spiritual teaching. For example, the Kabbalistic tree from the Jewish mysticism. According to them, the universe is mapped out like a tree with different levels or divine energy. Agnostic beliefs, there are emanations, they call it, so divine beings that come from a single source to create the cosmos. The Urantia book idea, the grand universe, is kind of similar to that. It's a structured system where divine beings work together to guide us towards a spiritual path. So I think that's a pretty cool idea to see that it's not just random, it's actually well organized into something that gets us in a better way, gets us better. All right, that was another one today. All right, so we've explored the how Urantia book described a grand universe, a massive organized system with 7 super universe orbiting around paradise. We learn also that celestial beings like Creator Sun and the Ancient of Days, who keeps it all running, right? And how the universe is like a giant school, actually, for spiritual growth. I think it's amazing how everything is actually so purposeful and connected. That reassures me in a lot of ways, to be sure. So here again, the question of the episode. How does knowing the universe has this incredible structure change the way you see your place in it? Right? So take a moment to think about it and see how it impacts you. The way it impacted me was I felt more secure in the sense that anything that happens has its reason. So that helps kind of for me anyway. So is it the same for you? Share your comments. And there we go. So next time, episode 4, we'll zoom into exploring the humanity's role into this cosmic plan. So what's our part in this giant universe? So if you don't want to miss it, please be sure to subscribe, like, share, and of course, ring that bell so you can know when episode 4 will come. So take care, everybody. See you later.